What the hell did I just listen to?
1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me.
Climbing over mountains and a sailing overseas. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me.
They always wanna come, but they never wanna leave my exes. And the oh, they haunt me like a ghost.
How are they doing that? That's not real. None of that's real. Okay, do you know what? This is the biggest problem with music these days. Now, I'm not personally attacking these guys. I'm sure they're actually good singers. But the problem is there's so much pressure these days to be perfect, and especially with social media. And I know these guys are just trying to make something to obviously make money, to push what they're doing as musicians, right? I'm not knocking them because there's so many people doing this. But now it's getting so fake, it's almost hard to even hear. Like, I don't even know how they recorded this, right? Let me explain. This is clearly pitch corrected. The whole thing is pitch corrected, okay? Now, but it sounds like they're in that room, which is really, really strange. It's almost like they must have, with one mic, they sing one part, and then they go in, sing another part, go in, sing another part, then go in and play to a guitar, play the guitar apart, and then they put it in the studio, put it together, and then they've come in and mimed it. Now, it sounds amazing, but it's so fake. Nothing of that is real. They're basically playing 4 instruments here. The voices are so put together, so corrected, that it's basically a piano playing in the sense of notes for their voice. And this is so wrong. This is so wrong. And do you know what? And like I said, it's not about them. I'm not knocking them because I understand it. I feel that there's so much pressure on social media, industry standards for pop, that you have to do this now. Everybody thinks that you have to do this because no one understands what a real voice actually sounds like. And this is just says it all, because it's getting to this point where it's really hard to even know what's real and what's not real if you are not a musician and you don't hear this stuff. This kills me inside. This absolutely kills me inside, because I'm sure that all 3 of these are amazing singers and amazing performers. I'm sure they are. But because of how the world is now with music, that this is where we are. And that's the future. That's the future of music. The future of music is this. That's horrible. That is horrible. You know, I don't really get it. Why this? The problem is no one really hears these problems. It's become so normal. Anything that is on the charts now, anything pop, will be definitely lined out for each different thing. That all the notes will be pitch corrected and stuff like that. And so to the normal person, when they're listening to this, they just think it's normal. They think it's normal. I bet if I look in the comments right now, here we go. What's the first comment? Let's have a look. She literally sounds like the original singer. No joke. Well, the reason she sounds like the original singer is because it's pitch corrected to the exact tone that the original singer sung it. I'm sure her voice is actually more beautiful. I bet it's more beautiful. I bet it's got a different timbre. I bet it's got a different inflections and note changes and breaks in her voice that is completely different. And I bet it's beautiful, her actual own voice, not this pitch corrected fakeness that they're putting out, which is crazy. Now, let's have a look at she sings very well. Wow, her voice is unique and beautiful. It's not unique and beautiful. I'm sorry, it's not unique and beautiful. It's the same as everybody else. And this is a problem. Oh my God, what else we got? The harmonies on They Always Want to Come By and Never Want to Leave sound so good. Yeah, but they sound so good because they're just fake. They're just fake. I'm sorry, guys. Now, I can understand that this might upset some people, but that's just the way it is. But what you need to think about this, of why I'm saying this, there are young children out there that are looking at these people going, how do I get that sound? How do I get it? How do I become that? You don't want your kids looking at that and going, how do I become that and become fake? You don't want that. You want them to become unique and real. Look at history. Look at the musicians of history. Bob Dylan, for God's sake. Not that I think Bob Dylan had the greatest voice, but he had such a unique voice that it would transcended to people all around the world. The guy was out of tune quite a lot, but he was still amazing. And that's the problem, is everybody thinks everything's got to be this perfectly lined, in tune thing, which is crazy. It's crazy. And this is not something we should be educating children on. And they're only going to see it on social media and see it on these things, and they're just going to push to do this. And that's bad. That's bad. This is not good. That's negative. And people might look at me and go, "Oh, you're being really negative about these performers." I'm like, no, I'm telling the truth in order to try and gain a positive to people out there that can help young musicians understand that their voice is unique enough that they can be creative and they can have a life where they can perform and be real. That's what you want. You want to be real about yourself. Everything needs to be real about yourself. And I'm sure deep down these musicians don't like doing this. I can guarantee it. And when they do it, they're like, yeah, it sounds good. It gets the views, probably makes them some money. But I bet deep down they wish that they could just have their own voice. I bet they can. I know they're amazing. I've seen this guy before on the left. I've seen him on some TikToks, but it needs to be addressed, because I worry about how this is taught to young people. And the problem is the older people, like myself, I'm 40, but your average person doesn't know the difference, and they'll look and listen to this level and then listen to the other level without it and go, this is better, when it's not. This is fake. This is not real. This is better uniqueness and creativity. Yeah, so guys, bit of a rant on here, but I think it's right. I think it's right to rant about this. I'd love to know your comments on this. I'd love to know what you think. Now, I'm not saying that you can turn around and say that I'm wrong if you want to. That's fine if you've got an opinion about it, but I'd love to know what you think about this sort of stuff, because this sort of stuff should be talked about. And do you know what I wish? I wish that there was a separate music industry. I wish we made two. You know, you can have one for your overproduced crap, and then your real musicians that real people can connect to and go, that's what we love it for. We love it for the rawness and the realness of music and creativity and art, the art form of being a musician. I have been a musician since I was 12 years old, and I have traveled all over the world. I was never massive. I'm not famous. I'm not trying to claim that, but I worked in like 5-star hotels, doing like pop, rock, dance, and rapper stuff like that. And I've never needed this crap, and this just puts pressure on musicians, and it shouldn't be that. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know. I'll catch you later. Bye bye. I'm Scott.